Michael Hutchence and Tim Farriss from INXS. Welcome, guys.
Hi.
And we were just discussing earlier, because you're a bit of a Rugrat fan.
I love them, yeah, they're great.
Yeah, you've been watching this morning?
Yeah.
It's cult viewing, you see. Even celebrities watch Rugrats because they're just so good. Now, it said in your fact file that you've been together for 17 years, which meant you started at school. And I mean, it is a real sort of childhood dream, isn't it? You can think, I want to be in a band.
Well, that's the problem, yes. It was a childhood dream and then it became a reality. So be careful what you dream about.
Yeah. But I mean, it's great that you've been together that long period of time.
We're very lucky. Not many bands get past about 6 months, actually.
No, exactly. So it's nice that you've all remained friends.
Well, one of the things was, you know, before we even had a record deal, we'd been together for 5 years, driving all over Australia, playing in the sort of the roughest places.
I read in one place that you said you'd done like 300 gigs a day or something.
No,
some like manic.
A year.
Was it a year? We see. I was so impressed. I thought it was 300 a day. But it was something unbelievable. But it was something unbelievable, wasn't it? You were kind of getting around doing 50 million
we
things.
Pretty much took off Christmas Eve and did New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
basically.
and that was about it.
Yeah.
Right, now you're going to be in the hot seat with me a little bit later on.
Yep.
Can't wait.
Which will be great, because we've got all kinds of things to discuss with you, because you've got your Greatest Hits album coming out on October the 31st. All sorts of things, all sorts of questions you can think of to put to Michael Hutchence and Tim Farriss from INXS, and this is the number to dial. I'm joined in the hot seat today by the seriously cool Michael Hutchence and Tim Farriss from INXS. Welcome back, guys. Now looking seriously cool, obviously, after that intro. We've got lots and lots of questions for you. Right. So I think we will go straight to the phones. Hello, line 1, who's there? Hello, line 1, are you there?
Hello. Well, I'm here.
Hello, line 1. No, maybe not. Maybe we should just take a question first, then that worked. No, there's a line 2. Hello, line 2, are you there?
Hello?
Hello, who's that?
It's Peter Smith.
Hi, Peter, not from the Big Breakfast?
No.
No, another Peter Smith, good. What's your question?
I'd like to ask INXS what's the best concert they've done and why they liked it.
Ooh, that's a good question. We like most of our concerts, that's why we do them. We had a lot of fun at Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
In fact, we did an impromptu performance the other night at a place called the Cafe Opera in Stockholm.
Stockholm, yeah.
And, you know, we just thought we'd get up and play a couple of songs, and it turned into this sort of more of a mammoth event, and it was a really great time.
Do you prefer doing sort of small, do you like doing that sort of impromptu thing, or do you like appealing to the masses?
Yeah, we love doing impromptu, but we love doing both, you know?
Yeah.
I think the really big ones are very different than the small ones, but they're both equally as much fun.
The big ones must have a completely different atmosphere, don't they?
Yes.
They're a bit more nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for your call, Peter. Let's take a question from Lisa.
How did you think of the name INXS?
Good question.
Well, it's a lot better than the last name.
Yeah, it was better than the last name.
What was the last name?
The Farriss brothers.
Sound like a circus, really.
I'd agree. I think it's better than that. Do you think? I think INXS is a bit better than that.
I don't know, you know, we were sort of, I guess there were 6 of us at the time, and we were playing on stages sort of no bigger than these 2 chairs. So it sort of seemed excessive. Am I meant to be talking on the phone, or...?
No, Lisa's right here.
So, oh, there you are. So you got that, Lisa? We take a photo.
So did you all just sort of come up with a name together?
Yeah, well, actually, I think a roadie thought of it.
Yeah, one of the road crew, I think, said, what about INXS? So.
Well, it's very nice of you to give him the credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well
we
done
forgot
to you
his
if you're
name,
listening.
but, you know.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy, yeah.
Yes, and it was better than the Farriss brothers.
Yes, so we sacked him.
Let's go to line 3. Hello, line 3, who's there?
Hello, it's Stephanie CLULEY from Weymouth.
Hi, Stephanie, you're through to Live and Kicking. What's your question?
My question's for Michael. It's, is there a person who's been your inspiration throughout your career?
Good question. Tim. Yeah, Tim has been very inspirational. The whole band's been inspirational in some ways. You know, everyone's helped everybody out. So.
Who were your sort of bands that you liked when you were growing up? Who did you sort of admire?
Everything from James Brown to the Beatles and Stones and Zeppelin and a lot of soul music.
Yeah.
Roxy music.
Yeah.
Roxy. It just, you know, it's changed us over the years. Yeah.
Okay, that answers your question, Stephanie?
Yeah, thanks, is it?
Okay, thanks for your call.
Thank you.
Let's take
Bye.
another question from Jessica.
What is the best song you have ever written?
Best song I've ever written. The new single, Strangest Party.
Yeah, welcome to this. Actually, I think all our best songs are on the Greatest Hits record that's being released right now. So.
Funny you should say that,
I think it's available in about 2 weeks.
They'll pay Jessica later, obviously, for that one.
Thanks for that question, Jessica.
Wasn't that a great question, Jessica? Well done for that. Let's go straight back to the phones. Hello, line 4, who's there?
JODIE Redhead.
Hello, Sadie.
JODIE.
JODIE, sorry, I've misheard you there. Hi, JODIE, what's your question?
If you were looking for a girl singer, could you give some tips on me? Who would you looking for on it?
Yeah.
Well, I think a good voice is
Good
of somewhat
voice.
importance.
Yeah.
That's a shame, because that rules me out. I can't apply.
Yeah, I think it's the same with a man as well. Any singer, you just got to be communicate whatever you're singing, no matter what it is. Even if you don't even have a very good voice, you still have to be able to communicate. And then once you can do that, then you're getting somewhere, you know.
And you'd have to be able to get along with the six of us as well, which would
Exactly.
probably be the biggest hurdle of all.
Well, exactly. Jodie, are you a singer? You're training to be a singer?
Don't know yet.
You don't know. You're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Well,
that's where it starts.
that's where it starts, so take their advice. Thanks for your call.
Love it.
Yes, and love it. That's very good advice there. Tommy, what's your question?
How long does it take to produce an album?
Good question, Tommy. Too long sometimes.
Yeah, it can, anything from, a month. It depends who you ask. Some people do it in a week.
Yeah.
They used to do albums in a few days, once upon a time. But now I don't know, it's got a lot more complicated for some reason.
It just gets harder to sort of say, yes, it's finished, I mean...
Yeah, when do you say it's over? But with last album, how long did it take us? 3 months?
3 months, really, yeah. But it was stretched out over a 6-month period.
Yeah.
Is it very much a team effort? Do you all work very much together when you're doing that?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, the last record we recorded on the island of Capri, off Italy, and just getting there took half the time to make. But it was very much a team effort because we had nowhere to go. We were stuck on this island, and you couldn't go out at night. I mean, all there was to do was sort of go for a walk and look at ancient ruins and things like that.
And work,
make
and
a
eat
record.
pasta. And eat pasta?
Yeah, and eat a lot of pasta, yes.
Good. Glad to hear it. That always helps when making an album, obviously. Right, let's take a question from Sammy. What's your question?
Who does your washing and ironing when you're on tour?
Who does our washing and ironing?
Good question.
Kirk does.
Kirk. Kirk does it all.
We
Now,
take it all to his
who's
room. He's the guitar player, saxophone.
Okay, good. And Kirk does it, does he? I thought
Yeah,
he
he's
meant
really nice at that. No. He would if you asked him. No, actually, we usually have someone on the road with us, and they take care of, because you leave a show and you go straight to the next place, and you don't have time to do it yourself, and so we have someone who takes care of all our clothes and make sure we haven't got our trousers on the wrong way, basically.
You must have a lot of sort of sweaty T-shirts and things after you've done your concerts as well.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You don't want that
It's
job,
not a good
Sammy?
job, I tell you.
No, she doesn't want the job.
She don't want the job,
She
no.
does not want the job. Let's go back on. Let's go back on phones. Hello, line 5 is there.
Angela KILLIAN from London.
Hi, Angela. What's your question?
Your music style seemed to change in your album Welcome to Wherever You Are.
Right.
Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, well, that particular album we never intended to tour. And we wanted to, I guess,
Make a studio album.
Make a studio album, experiment a little. We had an orchestra in. Baby Don't Cry we recorded live with a 65-piece orchestra. So literally, after 1, 2, 3, 4, it was 75 musicians playing at once, which was a lot of fun. And we got
Was
to
it 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3?
Actually, he's right. It was 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Maybe we should phone John, the drummer.
Right.
But we wanted to make an album that was different from others, and probably the next album we make again will probably be different again.
It's nice to keep it changing, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Because they're all good anyway. Thanks very much for your call.
Thank you.
Let's take a question from Lucy.
Do you think you'll keep going as long as the Rolling Stones?
I hope not.
You hope not. Why not?
I don't know. No, I think that's. I don't.
We almost have.
We almost have. We're getting there.
We just started very young.
17 years. You started a lot younger.
We
but
started
you've
when
been
we
together
were,
the same amount.
John was 14 and I was 16 or 17, and you're not far from that.
No.
I think if you still really want, you've got to have a good reason to keep going that long, And if you still have a good reason, then you're still there. You will be there, I don't see why not.
Good. Well, we hope you keep going for a lot longer. Thank you very much for being our hot seat guest today.
Thank you very much.
And good luck with the album, out on October the 31st.
And thank you for the good questions.
Exactly. They're good questions, aren't they? And we'll see you soon. Andy, over to you.
And the best thing about INXS is they make such good music. Now, listen, earlier,